Good afternoon, everyone. My name is Paul Leishing. I'm SVP of Truphone mobile recording. As you're probably, most of you are aware in this room that the FCA in the UK and Dodd-Frank in the US have compelled traders to record their mobile phone communication. This trend is extending across APAC, where we see Japan looking to record their mobile phones of their traders, and other APAC regions looking to regulate as well. And with the inception of MiFID II coming through, we believe there'll be mobile recording regulation coming through, and that'll affect all European regulators. So there's a global challenge. The global challenge is mobile recording is now a global problem. Dodd-Frank has put this at center stage. We've done research across 5 Tier 1 banks that shows that they've got to record in 52 countries around the world. Now, Dodd-Frank has a very long tail for mobile recording, and that means that actually if you record in 15 countries around the world, you can actually cover 97.5% of their requirement. So if we distill the issue is banks need a global mobile recording solution. They need that information to be centralized, and they need it to be accessed quickly and easily. The irony, if you look at fixed line communication and mobile communication, is that fixed line communication is traditionally regional. Mobile communication is really a global communications tool, but mobile is bought regionally and fixed line is bought internationally. And that's really because of mobile network operators and how they've grown over the last 20 years. They've grown organically and through acquisition, and as a result, actually, when you look at a large global mobile network operator, they're a combination of many countries and many disparate technology platforms. It makes it very hard for them to offer a ubiquitous service to their users and almost impossible to innovate. So why is Truphone different? Truphone, with the benefit of hindsight, we started quite late to this 6 years ago, decided to build a very different global mobile phone network, which is centrally controlled, globally distributed, integrated GSM and SIP. That allows us to provide a ubiquitous service to our customers, but also allows us to innovate very rapidly. And the innovation that we want to show you today is Truphone mobile recording. So Truphone global mobile recording service is actually only possible because of Truphone's very powerful, unique network. That unique network allows our users to have one SIM card that is local in 8 countries around the world, has 8 regional numbers on that SIM, with one voicemail, one bill, one customer service experience, and it's all recorded. So if we move to our demo, what we can see here is this is my phone. These are my colleagues and customers around the world, and they're all making calls into my handset. Now, they're calling me regionally because they've all got my regional numbers, no expensive international calling. And if we had voice, if we had audio, you would hear some messages being left. So apologies for that, but right now, someone's leaving me a message on my phone. While they're doing that, we have other people calling into my handset. The interesting thing about our service is that we can have 10 unique calls into our handset, some being conference calling, some others being leaving a message, some being speaking to directly, and actually they're all recorded simultaneously. The other interesting thing that we've built around here is we've built a global recording network. So what does that mean? That means that we can basically support our customers on a global basis. We're based in APAC, we're based in Europe and the Americas. And we've introduced our patented forking technology. So what does that mean? That means that traditionally when you make a recorded mobile call and you're roaming, that call has to be dragged back through some central recorder and then terminated wherever it needs to go, which introduces a huge amount of latency because of the speed of an electron and the curvature of the Earth. Our forking technology allows the call to go the shortest path, but actually the recording leg of that call to be routed to wherever the user's regulatory jurisdiction is. So as we let this finish, basically we'll see all these calls being made. So now we've got all these calls in one place, what do we do with them? So I met with the CIO of a large global bank a couple of weeks ago, and basically he told me he hates writing out checks for compliance. They're the worst checks that he can write because there's no business case, there's limited ROI, it's always a cost, and the cost is normally pretty high. So as a result of that, he hypothesized that, well, we're being forced to collect all this information, we're being forced to store it, why don't we actually use it to enable us to make better business decisions about what we do, to give us better insight into our business, and ultimately improve our margins and improve our revenue. And part of the innovation that we're here to show you today is basically word searching. So through a combination of phonics and word spotting, we basically have just enabled, very simply, the indexing of recorded voice. So what does that enable? That enables either a trader, a head of desk, or a compliance officer to log in and quickly search for a word or a phrase that allows them to quickly and easily get them to relevant information. So in doing so, we think we're actually adding a bit of value around compliance, which is normally this terrible cost. We can actually start providing insight. We're going to develop this to include more advanced analytic type searches. But this is all based on our cloud. It's our global cloud-based service. We have over 100 customers using this, banking customers using this globally today, to great success. So in summary, what we're seeing here is banking is putting mobile communication at the core of their communication strategy, and regulation is increasing exponentially. We believe that Truphone provides a real strategic choice to a banking customer that allows them to put mobile first on a global basis, but also meet their regulatory obligations. Thank you very much.